Milo, today I'm going to read a book about birds. And the main bird in this book is a woodpecker. And you know who really likes woodpeckers? Isla. So this is a hairy woodpecker. One day, Harry, the hairy woodpecker, asked his sky friends, "What should I do?" Do you know who his sky friends are? They are all the birds that fly in the sky. One sky friend said, "You should flit to the feeder and back to the maple tree." "That's what I do," said the chickadee. "But that's not me," said Harry. Milo, do you ever see chickadees out in your yard on your feeder? Little black and white birds? And this is more of a summer bird. Do you know what this is? This is a robin. "You should hop on the ground and catch worms." "That's what I do," said the robin. "But that's not me," said Harry. This little bird said, "You should sit on the ground where all the extra seeds fall." "That's what I do," said the junco. And juncos are little gray and white birds. "But that's not me," said Harry. "You should walk on the tree upside down." "That's what I do," said the nuthatch. "But that's not me," said Harry. And nuthatches are kind of neat because they can go walking down a tree, turn around, and walk right back up. "You should sit at the top of a tree and sing loudly." "That's what I do," said the mockingbird. "But that's not me," said Harry. Milo, you should ask your mom to sing you a song about the mockingbird, because I know she knows that song. "You should pause at the flower and sip nectar." "That's what I do," said the hummingbird. "But that's not me," said Harry. "You should coo with your partner at the edge of the woods." "That's what I do," said the mourning dove. "But that's not me," said Harry. "You should float down to the water to catch a fish." "That's what I do," said the osprey. "But that's not me," said Harry. Do you know, we have ospreys over by our lake cabin. And if someday when we're on the dock, you might be able to see one floating down to catch a fish. "You should land on the fence rail and strike a pose." "That's what I do," said the blue jay. "But that's not me," said Harry. And blue jays are one of the prettiest birds with that bright blue. "You should soar through the open sky in flight." "That's what I do," said the bald eagle. "But that's not me," said Harry. Milo, look at this bald eagle. He's got a big beak and bright eyes so he can see things on the ground to catch when he's flying. And here's another really pretty bird. "You should call to your mate with a sweet sounding song." "That's what I do," said the cardinal. And cardinals are bright red. "But that's not me," said Harry. "You should carry cattail fluff to make your nest." "That's what I do," said the red-winged blackbird. "But that's not me," said Harry. "You should stand very still at the edge of the lake." "That's what I do," said the great blue heron. "But that's not me," said Harry. And we have great blue herons over by our cabin. Someday when you come over, we'll go in the canoe and see a great blue heron. And what they do is they stand in the water, and when they see a little fish underneath, they go peck down in there and catch it. "Then what should you do?" they asked Harry. Harry said, "I should drum out my rhythm on the trunk of a tree and be ever so happy just to be me." And this is what woodpeckers like to do. They go peck, 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 peck. And you can hear them pecking on trees and someday when you come up here to visit Duluth, we'll show you the woodpeckers out on our bird feeder. That is the end of this book. So now you can try to, when you go out with your mom, she can, or Mike, they can show you what birds you have in your neighborhood. See if you can find a woodpecker or a chickadee or a cardinal or a junco. Those are all birds that are around in the wintertime. The end.